Joining me now is former DNC fundraiser Lindy Lee. Lindy, thanks for being here. You announced your exit from the Democrat Party after coming under attack for criticizing Vice President Harris and her campaign. You say you were basically ostracized. How so?
Ashley, Merry Christmas. It's wonderful to be with you.
Merry Christmas.
This has been a long time coming. My initial disillusionment became clear when I realized that they essentially set $2.5 billion on fire. They raised $1.5 billion through the campaign, another $1 billion through the super PAC Future Forward. And there's been no accountability. We still haven't gotten any answers as to why Oprah, a billionaire, got $2.5 million through her production company. Why couldn't she pay for it? She's an oligarch. She could have just paid for the production costs herself. And not to mention the fact that they spent $450,000 putting Kamala Harris's face on the sphere. Now tell me why that would be helpful. Tell me how that would help her win. Obviously, that was utter failure. And then they spent $500,000 essentially bribing Al Sharpton moments before he interviewed her. And this is our hard-earned money. This is the money that I worked so hard to raise. I raised millions of this, and donors are feeling burned. And let me tell you, although I might be the only one coming forward, I haven't met a single donor who disagrees with me.
So what's been the response, Lindy, since you made your announcement?
Vitriolic. And they say they're not a cult, but look at how they behave when one of their own dares to think for herself. The excommunication, the defamation, the public shaming, the boycott campaigns, the psychological terrorism. I no longer have comments on any of my social media, because it's just too much. I don't need that. It's just endless. And as soon as you step out of line, they will get you.
Yeah, that is clear. So what's next? Are you going to turn Republican, independent? What's next for you?
This all has been so fast for me, and actually someone scooped my own exit. Some random person on Twitter got 3 million views saying that Lindy Lee is going to exit. I couldn't even own my own departure. So this is all happening really quickly for me, but you might see me at the inauguration. I don't want to say too much right now, but somebody on Team Trump already reached out to me. They've been incredibly gracious, and on day one, they were kinder to me and more humane than the DNC ever was.
Wow.
And I just think that speaks volumes, yeah.
You know, the irony is, Lindy, that Democrats will always call Donald Trump a threat to democracy, and yet there is no democracy within their world. You either believe what they say or you are excommunicado. You are no longer worthy of any conversation.
Ashley, you're so right. And now I'm in exile, and I'm happier for it. And you know what? This is meant to happen. And I've had friends just in the last couple of days, so-called friends, block me. And just simply because I expressed a view that wasn't the doctrine, that wasn't officially sanctioned. This is kind of authoritarian, and I grew up in an authoritarian regime. This reeks of that. This is an American democracy. You know, what happened to the First Amendment?
Right, exactly.